That's going to annoy me.
Yeah, I mean, I see your point. I just, you know what? I think it's better than taking minutes away from actual wrestling, though.
That's true, too.
You know, that was my whole point. And you know what? These backstage build-up stories, you know, they take too much time.
I think they got to cut them down. If they're going to do the backstage, let's do it after the first match on Raw. Raw should start off the show with the first match, then do a backstage story, get to another match, and then if you want to do another backstage story, let's do it before the main event.
I say get rid of it entirely until they start coming up with a new format, which is more reality-based. You know, like... come on, are you going to actually time the action with the commercials? I mean, are you gonna be like, I know it's entertainment, I get it, you know, but like at least be a little bit more accurate with their reality base, you know, because for example, if you're pissed off, if you're Randy Orton, you make a match, you know, you don't want to go ahead and you don't like it, right?
Right.
Are you going to wait till commercials and to tell Vicky off in the back? Are you going to wait?
No.
Okay, so I'm just saying more reality-based, you know, like, you know, the whole thing, you can go to commercials and then the match will start, right? And it could be any jobber out there. I mean, it doesn't have to be a top superstar. It could be Crime Time if all I care. Okay? And during the Crime Time match, right, the cameras were cut on. And they've done this before, but they're not really doing it that much because they see Orton so pissed off. He's storming to Vicky's office, and they want to follow him, and they want to see him kick that door down, and they want to see Vicky's face like, what are you doing here? What are you doing in my office? I think it looks more real. And it looks like it's more in real time.
Yeah, I get your point. I think that's good, but I think they should cut that down, too. They shouldn't have to follow him all the way to the back. They should just have a cameraman running back there and say, oh, my God, something just happened, and here we go. Catch him right before he kicks the door in.
So this weekend is UFC.
Yes, sir.
Next weekend is the Extreme Rules.
Don't talk about the Extreme Rules.
The Extreme. This is the.
I don't understand what this is. Is this a whole new pay-per-view? Is this? They adding? What are they dropping to put this pay-per-view up?
Did they have No Way Out?
I don't know.
They had Backlash.
I haven't followed the pay-per-views in a few years. I'm lost right now in WWE because they got so many things going on that it's losing my attention.
You know what? When I was watching, back in '89, this is when WrestleMania 5.
Right.
This is what they had. This is the venues they had. They had WrestleMania 5.
Right.
I'm sorry. They had WrestleMania, Saturday Night Live main event.
Right.
Survivor Series.
The best pay-per-view ever.
Royal Rumble.
The second best pay-per-view ever.
Did I say SummerSlam?
No.
SummerSlam. Those were it.
Yeah.
And they were in months down the road.
Right, and it had time to build a nice feud.
Yes, they did. Now they're
rushing.
Yes.
And this is the problem I'm having right now is because I can see why you have so many pay-per-views now because you had to compete with so many promotions and you had to have more shows to show to grab more attention than the other promotions. And that's great. WCW messed it up for everybody because they had the most pay-per-views. But now that you destroyed everybody, why can't you cut back and spend more time on the stories?
That's the
Build
thing.
up the feuds.
Slow
and you'll
down.
guarantee you're going to have people tune in because right now I'm not going to buy Judgment Day because I know next month there's going to be something else I can afford. You know what I mean? Yeah. Why spend your money every other month knowing you're going to see crap? You might as well just say, well, let me wait for the big ones. I'm just going to drop Judgment Day. I'm going to drop No Way Out, and I'll get the Rumble.
And you know what the biggest rib of all is? It's a rematch.
Exactly.
So you're going to see, I mean, what was it, Judgment Day?
Yeah, Judgment Day.
Okay, Judgment Day.
Judgment Day was pretty good, though.
Okay, Judgment Day was good, but who participated in the 3 matches? The top.
For me, it was just a SmackDown. It was the Jericho and Ray. And
okay, Jericho and Ray.
You had Umaga and CM Punk.
And
then Edge and Jeff Hardy. That was it. You
Edge
could shut the rest of that pay-per-view down.
Well, guess what?
What?
This Extreme Rules, it's the same matches.
I know, and that's what is getting me upset because I kind of heard what was going on.
So
I'm not really sure what is going on with this pay-per-view.
If you didn't see Judgment Day, hey, you could go ahead and watch Extreme Rules. You'll see the same match. It's just they have stipulations.
Yeah, they're going to be Extreme Rules where now we're going to get these top stars who are already burnt out and hurt, more hurt. which is going to drag these stories worse because they're going to be they're going to be beat up.
I think the top
going into another pay-per-view where they're going to wrestle again for the third time.
I think the top superstar right now, you started to say it right now. I think that the top superstar that's really burnt out,
right,
Rey Mysterio.
Oh, Rey Mysterio right now, he's always been good. I was so excited for him to come to WWE, but he is just burnt. He just doesn't look like he wants to do anything. That last SmackDown when he came out to attack Jericho, when it was Jericho versus Edge, and then CM Punk came out and Umaga came out, it was exciting. And then Ray comes walking out and barely hits Jericho like he didn't want to be there.
Yeah.
He ruined that whole entire segment.
Yeah, he did.
It was horrible.
He did. I saw that, and I was like, oh, I couldn't TiVo it.
I was so
excited. I
excited.
skip it from a TiVo fast enough.
I was like, SmackDown is the ish. They're going to do it. And then Ray comes out jogging, and I don't know what he was doing, man.
He's skipping around, you know.
Yeah, he came out there, and he paused, and then he smacked Jericho, and Jericho didn't even know he was coming. It just looked horrible, man.
He looked like he just was, you know, hey.
It looked like he belonged at ECW.
I'm Rey Mysterio, and I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to skip to the stage, and I'm just going to
Ray's so much better than this.
Yes, he is. And I think that's why I think he's on his way out. I think if any other superstar that's not going to be fired, because believe me, there's a lot of firings, I think the person who's willing to go, just like Jericho did, just like Angle did, and just like, you know, all the top superstars that want to be released from their contract, it's going to be Ray.
Ray probably can. I don't know if he's... I really don't know him personally, but he's probably was pretty smart with his money.
I hope so.
I think he's...
I hope so.
I think he'll be okay, because if anything, he'll wrestle in Mexico with Conan and probably make big money down there, too. I mean, he's a legend, man. Ray can go anywhere right now, and people are going to see him.
Oh, you know, you mentioned about Conan. It seems like he cleared up his legal issues with TNA.
Good, man. I love Conan. Conan's awesome.
So...
Conan is awesome. I wish he would come back to WWE healthy and just tear it up.
So going back to Judgment Day, I'm sorry, Extreme Rules, a.k.a. Judgment Day, the only difference is that they're going to be stipulations. I mean, so now with the spoilers out, you got a main event. You got Batista,
right,
and Orton,
right,
for the championship,
right.
Which they need to trash that championship belt. I can't stand it. I don't know why.
There you go. You know what? Big WWE fan here. I'm always a mark for all the crap that they do, even though I complain a lot. But I have to agree with you on that. That belt is horrible.
That belt is horrible, and I don't know why they went ahead and they try to urban it up, you know, and make it spin.
But let me ask you this: is it still spinning?
I don't think it is
because
spinning.
When I've seen Orton holding it, and it's not moving.
It's not moving. I don't think it's spinning anymore. But you know what? It still reminds me of it. It's spinning.
Yeah.
And I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like it. And I was telling this earlier, and I don't know if you started or not, but I think that what they should do is just have one championship. And I'm sorry that if SmackDown don't have a champion at the time, if Raw had the champion, or vice versa, but they should have just one champ.
Yep.
And that was, and you know what, and melt the two. So like if the WWE belt and the WCW belt, you know, had an offspring,
yeah,
what would it look like?
Yeah. They
should make that.
That'd be awesome.
They should make the merge of the belts.
Combine all the shows.
But I'm not talking about the current WWE. What is it? Is it the WWE Championship or is it the World Title?
The World Title, I believe, is the WCW.
That's why I don't like it, is because it's so confusing.
I don't know, man.
But anyway, the one that Orton has. Okay?
Yeah. The spinner belt.
The spinner belt, okay? I'm not talking about merge that one. I'm talking about the old WWF
the Wing Eagle
belt. Yes.
The best belt they have ever made.
Yes. I'm saying merge that one with the WCW World Title, and you will have an awesome belt.
I believe so.
But anyway, going back, they are now having